How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. Today is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. So we're coming at you again from Arizona with some new legislation that was just passed on voter integrity here in Arizona. Passed by Doug Ducey, just signed to him yesterday, I believe it was. But it's basically, as I've been mentioning, before, Arizona's kind of leading the charge in this whole, voter integrity, election integrity, fighting the ballot boxes, fighting the ballot harvesting, fighting these, election mules, all this fucking bullshit, Arizona's really kind of leading the charge in the whole in writing these laws and shit like that. As you saw in the Senate hearing, they're we're actually having Senate hearings, for True the Vote to present the evidence from 2,000 mules, and Arizona, we're really taking it seriously here. So really, really proud to be from Arizona, in these, in this recent months and shit. Not that I'm not proud to be from Arizona in general, just, more recently, because, the fact that we're really fighting for our American way of life here, and it really kind of means a lot, to be able to report on some good shit like this coming from my home state. So before we get into that article, as always, let's go ahead and get into this.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to
We're losing our democracy!
More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Wake up!
Before we get into that, let's get into this. Alrighty, people, let's get into this article here. So this is coming from the Arizona Independent News Network, my favorite local state news outlet. So Governor Doug Ducey signs the Townsend bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote in Arizona's elections. On Monday, Governor Doug Ducey signed a bill sponsored by Senator Kelly Townsend aimed at ensuring only legal U.S. citizens should have the privilege of voting within the state of Arizona. Much of us would agree to that. Much of us would agree that that's the way it should be in much of the rest of the United States, for that matter. So Townsend said her bill SB 1013 continues her efforts to restore election integrity. Current statute requires that in order to be eligible to vote in Arizona, a registrant must be a citizen of the United States. The United States Election Assistance Commission oversees the federal voter registration form, which does not currently contain Arizona's proof of citizenship instructions. SB 1013 will now require the Secretary of State to submit a request to the U.S. EAC to include Arizona's state-specific proof of citizenship instructions on the federal voter registration form by December 31st, 2022. So that means this is not going to be on the midterms. So basically we still have the same shitty laws that have been going on for these midterms coming up right now, but still Arizona, as I've been mentioning before, we're leading the charge. We're leading the charge in this whole election integrity thing, and so at least, for the next elections, we will have these laws enacted. And in order to register to vote within the state of Arizona for state and federal elections, you will need to be required to show proof of citizenship, which means basically, the driver's license number, an Arizona ID number, if I can, just proof of legal citizenship, basically. Townsend pointed out that the bill came to fruition after the late United States Supreme Court Justice Scalia wrote an opinion on the overturning of Prop 200. In 2013, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Arizona could not enforce the citizenship rule for federal-only voters. Federal-only voters avoid proving citizenship and instead affirm under penalty of perjury that they are citizens before registering. So basically, all you have to do is click a box saying that okay, yep, I am citizen. Yes, I am Jewish citizen. Okay, good deal. So, as a remedy to the issue, Justice Scalia said, a state may request that the EAC alter the federal form to include information the state deems necessary to determine eligibility. He further said, we are aware of nothing that prevents Arizona from renewing their request. He also shared that it would be arbitrary for the EAC to refuse to include Arizona's instructions when it has already accepted the similar instructions requested by Louisiana. So, basically, as you would probably guess, Arizona here, we're a border state, so we have a large population of undocumented immigrants in this state. So basically, we have numbers of undocumented immigrants that are large enough to be able to sway elections. So this is basically, a step in the right direction, which, like I said, this type of shit should be enacted all throughout the United States. But at least, starting here in Arizona, where it seems most pertinent, because, like I said, we do have a large number of illegal immigrants here. So it's pretty necessary in the state of Arizona, and hopefully, like I've been saying, hopefully the rest of the nation will be able to follow our lead. Like I said, Arizona's at least leading the charge in this. So Justice Scalia has left a posthumous footprint on election security in Arizona, and I'm thankful his legacy can live on through this legislation, said Senator Townsend. After dealing with this issue for years, it really comes down to the fact that Secretary of State Hobbs needs to request the EAC revisit Arizona's federal-only form issue. She has not done so, and I didn't expect her to, as she has proven time and time again that she won't carry out the duties of her office. It's unfortunate that we need to enact law to direct her to do so. It's unfortunate that really it seems like we need to enact laws to get a lot of people to do anything other than fill an empty seat, right? It's kind of ridiculous that we need to fucking force our elected officials to do the jobs that we elected them to do, right? Even if they're appointed, either way, it still seems ridiculous that we have to create laws to force them to do their fucking jobs. I mean, election integrity is, people that are, the fucking Democrats always bitching about, oh, this is a threat to our democracy, this and that bullshit. But then again, when actual threats to our democracy occur, right? I mean, isn't that ridiculous, right? Like just the same thing with when fuck, who was it? Was it Psaki? Yeah, Psaki. When she was saying, it's the White House's official stance that it should be okay for these people to protest outside Supreme Court Justice House, even though it's clearly, illegal. And that coming down from the White House to the citizens, I believe that's a real threat to our democracy. They got the whole fucking January 6th committee right now fucking, wasting a whole bunch of tax dollars running around chasing their tail so they can fucking basically lock up the citizens for trying to state their opinion and state their voice and shit like that. Basically, they have this whole fucking committee, which, by the way, that's coming up real soon. They've secured a prime time spot for it, guys, which just lets you know that nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen, you guys. It's put on a show. Put on a show. That's all it is, you guys. Why else would they be ordering a primetime spot for it? Which I also heard that that the GOP also has pretty much a counter argument that they're gonna be also airing immediately after. So immediately after the J6 committee releases their useless findings, they're going to basically come out with I don't know what's on it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. June 8th should be a very, very interesting day. You're definitely going to see me reporting on all of this stuff. But as for now, here's what we got for you from Arizona. Like I said, we're out here leading the charge in this shit. We're trying to basically keep elections. We're trying to actually make them legit. We're not trying to fucking appoint people to office through fucking fraudulent criminal means. That's basically what we're trying to fight here with all these laws we're trying to enact in Arizona. Like they said in the 2000 Mule Senate hearing, there's been, since 2020, I believe they said there's been the 300 pieces of legislation that have been proposed that always get shot down in the Senate or the House or something like that, and 100 of those have come directly from Arizona. So like I said, we're about 1/3 of the fight in this election integrity here. But as I said, we have a reason to. We have a large number of illegal immigrants here, and as you've seen in 2000 Mules. Again, I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry, I will very soon. But as you guys saw in 2000 Mules, apparently, there's a lot going on here in Arizona as well. And so this stuff really needs to be taken care of. So I'm definitely glad that we're leading the charge here. Definitely, proud to be from Arizona. So good shit. Either way, you guys have a good one. That's about all for today. We're going to go ahead and cut it off here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hey, look at me, man. I look like I could be Fox News' Brian Stelter, aka the warmongering establishment Stackwell Republican known as Sean Hannity. Subscribe to our YouTube page, or better yet, find us on Rumble to get more fat bowls, fucking good news, bad news, fucking crazy opinions, and good times. Fuck off.